but also like I'm competing for people's fucking attention. So if I'm not capturing their attention that first few seconds of that piece of micro content going up, then there's no fucking way you're gonna watch a 15-minute vlog of mine. No.
What are you up to?
I'm just vlogging.
Are you a vlogger?
Yeah.
Ah, a food blogger?
Nah, like travel, business, all that kind of fun stuff.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna go start talking to myself, it's gonna be sick. Speaking of, good internet, 𝗓𝗚𝗡𝗘𝗖𝗧, welcome to today's episode of the vlog. So I've just bought a flight here in Perth, about to skip over to Melbourne for a few days of business and back-to-back meetings, but I'll get more into that later. So I guess that means that today is a travel vlog. Traffic!
Welcome to Melbourne, mate.
Thanks for your help.
My absolute pleasure.
Take care, Sean.
Thanks.
See you, mate. So there's a bunch of reasons as to why I'm in Melbourne at the moment. Actually, hold that thought for 2 seconds. So, like I was saying, there are a bunch of reasons as to why I'm in Melbourne at the moment. The primary reason is to see the man, the legend himself, 𝗩𝗟𝗢𝗚𝗚𝗜𝗡𝗖𝗧.
There's so much hustle, my day.
Keynote a conference tomorrow, which I'm super excited about. I'm going with one of my good mates, Dave, who runs a YouTube channel called 𝗩𝗟𝗢𝗚𝗜𝗚𝗓. I will link it below. He's absolutely smashed it, so I'm catching up with him at the conference tomorrow, and also catching up with a bunch of other business colleagues and clients. So I'm do my best to keep you entertained and bring you along with the camera. I don't know why I'm spinning. So yeah, with that said, let's do some kind of cool transition and I will see you soon. Woo! Like business card.
Yeah, of course. And I said earlier, like you might find interesting. So obviously on Facebook is really cheap in Australia.
Yeah.
You've done some business in America.
Yeah.
Do you see, is that true or is that?
100%. So in terms of cost per conversion, the monetizable value of a customer versus and the return that you can make from spending money on Facebook ads in Australia is fucking awesome. It's a proxy of two things: the amount of money in the economy and the fact we can spend it, and also that Facebook ads in Australia is still underpriced. But nowhere near as underpriced as what it was 3-4 years ago.
So what's causing the shift?
Supply and demand. Supply and demand, 100%. Because at the moment, or take it 3-4 years ago, like one of the best campaigns I've ever executed for a client, spent $5,900 and something in 32 days in Facebook ads, Facebook and Instagram ads, made a return of $163,000 in 32 days. So that's a return on investment, like, I can't remember the maths exactly anymore, but it's like 23 or 2400% return. 24x in 32 days, like you turn like 6,000 into 164 or 163, I can't remember the exact, I'll like link it, whatever. But that was 2-3 years ago, and we do a similar campaign, similar products, like a hybrid service and also physical products. Same price point, but the competition in the marketplace, both from their competitors copying them, offering similar products, but also it's way more expensive to advertise on Facebook in Australia now than what it was 2-3 years ago, because everyone's like, oh, this Facebook thing, it works. Also, great story, glad you asked. On Facebook, what I found in terms of getting the most bang for buck for video views is running video views in suggested feed placement and as suggested feed placement ads. Because in your suggested feed placement, people are already watching videos, so their mindset's different. And then if your video pops up straight after that, then they're already sitting down chilling or on the toilet or like not doing much. They're not in the feed bullshit loop. They want to watch more video content. So you serve your content with your correct targeting. They're in a mindset that's like, I want to watch more content. So with all the blog promotion I've done through Facebook for the recent episodes of my vlog, I'm getting some of the best return on investment in terms of 100% watch time, not like 3-second or 10-second view, 100% watch time, 34 to 46 seconds per 100% watched. Right? In the suggested feed. I'll like link a screenshot. And we're back. Okay, so yeah, that's amazing, right? Absolutely amazing, because I know I don't give a fuck. I can get like half a cent views, half a cent 3-second views, and like 1 cent 10-second views in my target market to audiences in Australia, New Zealand, United States, Canada. And cool, I paid a cent for 10 seconds worth of views. That's not gonna do shit. Like full 10 seconds, like that was probably just enough time for them to scroll through it in their feed. But 34 to 46 cents or whatever it is, again I'll link the screenshot, for 100% or 95% watch views.
That's perfect.
And then I can retarget the audience that they're actively engaged, and then I'll keep creating additional custom audiences based on the people that have consumed my content, because they become my brand evangelists because they're interested and bought into the content I'm creating.
Yeah. And it's better than doing a retargeting against 10-second views.
Exactly.
Because they've invested in full view.
Exactly. Because 10 seconds is a view proxy. It's like, what the fuck? I mean, if your video is like, 15-minute vlog like the one I dropped last week, like, you watch 10 seconds of that, you saw nothing. You may as well not even click watch. Or it might have just auto-played and I got charged. But 95, even 85% watch of a 15-minute video, like, you spent that much time watching the video,
you're gonna be investing in another one.
Exactly. If you're engaged that much, then I've gotcha, and then there's gonna be a really, really high likelihood that you're gonna keep watching.
And at the end of the day, it comes back to fundamental marketing that we started the conversation.
Yeah.
You're getting more touch points.
That's
the
it.
more touch points you have, the more invested in those touch points.
That's it. And if you're capturing the awareness, then you can build the engagement, you can build the equity of the audience by just throwing more value at them and more content. It's just everybody wins. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
The internet's made it easy because it's broken down all the barriers to entry.
Yeah.
So you don't need a fucking production company, you don't need a distribution. You've got fucking Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You've got an idea, and if you've got good enough, and then Gary always says, like, the talent is the variable. Like, you've got to be good, you've got to be able to work hard and like create content. But if you find a niche, you fucking monetize anything, like anything. Like if you fucking I don't know, like if you want to teach people how to, it's a really bad example, but if you want to teach people how to create string-based necklace, wristbands and necklaces with like little trinkets on them, and that's what you like doing, you can use that to build your personal brand and sell your own trinkets, because people that want to learn how to make trinkets are probably ones that want to buy the trinkets. You know what I'm saying? Like any niche. And it's like the whole 1,000 true fans thing, or even 100, 100 brand evangelists that people just fucking love your shit and they'll buy stuff from you.
I'll tell you some weird niches that I like.
There was this one girl who, her YouTube channel was just dedicated to modifying dolls. Modifying dolls. Her YouTube channel was just making clothes and stuff for dolls and whatnot. She had
wow.
over 100k subs. The other guy, his channel was just all about making wooden rubber band guns, and he had hundreds of thousands of views, 80,000
really cool.
subs.
See, when I was 12, right,
Insane.
I don't learning how to make spud guns and how to make I used to do the whole trick where you get the elastic band you put around your pinky finger and then you shoot it at your friends in class and you're supposed to be learning. I would watch that stuff when I was
These
a kid.
were legit semi-automatic rubber band guns.
Yeah. That's so dope.
So cool. I was like, dude, I want to make that.
Yeah, straight up. There's a niche for anything. And then at the end of the day, you can still make a bit of money from AdSense if your content's entertaining enough. You can throw some affiliate links in there, get some Amazon affiliate revenue, you know what I'm saying? Dave knows what I'm saying.
What camera gear are you using, Paul?
Oh yeah, exactly. So if you want to know what camera gear that I'm recording, I'm really glad you asked that. If you want to learn what camera gear that I'm recording, there's a vlog about it, which I'll link up here, and there's also a bunch of affiliate links which you all click on and then I'll get affiliate revenue for. Jeez. This is cool, I'm getting all the content that I need to create. This is fucking sick.
I think that's, giving me an opinion of sales and marketing, is all about getting someone's attention really quickly.
Yeah.
So how are you finding on a social environment that's capturing people's attention in that space where they're just doing this?
Yeah. So Tim came out to me, just recognized me,
Yeah.
just standing out here chilling. So I imagine
Sorry
No, you're all good. Don't apologize. This is all. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
So with a lot of the content that I produce, I'm really bullish on micro content. So you watch the way in which I do 15 to, we can only do 15-second stories on Instagram, but I'll slice together 4 or 5 stories, doing blog promo on my Instagram story. I'll do 60-second pieces of micro content for Instagram. I could cut this up right now and create a 60-second piece of micro content and throw on my Instagram feed and get people engaged, because at the end of the day, we're so ADD, everyone's so attention deficit, and you've got like a microsecond to capture their content, which is why I'm also like, I'm naturally caffeinated and super, you know, attention deficit and hectic and whatever. But that works well. It's really abrasive. Some people get turned off by it, but also like I'm competing for people's fucking attention. So if I'm not capturing their attention that first few seconds of that piece of micro content going up, then there's no fucking way they're gonna watch a 15-minute vlog of mine.
No. So do you think people lead themselves up to that 15 minutes?
Yeah, it's all about cascading levels of commitment, right? I always use the analogy of marketing and building a relationship. So let's say that you want to find a girlfriend. How do you find a girlfriend, right? You can't just walk up to a cute little lady sitting down there and be like, be my girlfriend. She can be like, hey, fuck off. Great, weirdo, go away. Cascading levels of commitment. So you go up and ask her, what's your name? Hey, nice to meet you. You might get the phone number, right? So the hello, commitment number 1. What's your name? Commitment number 2. What's your phone number? Number 3. Let's go on a date. You go on the date. Number 4. Then you might have a kiss. Then you might go on another date. Then you might consummate your relationship. Then you might date for 2 or 3 years. And then you might propose another cascading level of commitment. And then you might get married. And game over. And then I look at marketing and sales in the same way. It's just like, you can't sell someone something if you haven't even fucking asked their name or gotten to know them. Because it's just like, you can't get married if you don't even know their name.
Well,
you know?
Yeah, I've learned more about relationships by doing sales.
Yeah.
I take how I sell in the personal way as well.
Yeah.
Into relationships.
Yeah,
so.
and it's the same with how you came in and approached me. You're like, oh, hey, you Paul, like I watch your content. And I was like, fuck yeah, well, like, let's have a chat. Like, what's going on? Thank you so much for coming and having a chat.
You're quite a good interviewer as well, Tim.
Yeah, you're doing good. Yeah,
you're asking very good questions.
I know, I'm enjoying it. It's like he watches my content and he knows what's going on. I love it. Oh, thank you, Tim.
No, anytime, mate.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So you want to follow Tim? I'll give a pop tag.
Tim
on Instagram. There's gonna be a little thing right here. Yeah. Cool. It's gonna pop up. Follow him on Instagram.
Let you do your thing, but
thank you so much, Tim.
No, anytime.
Great.
Put this room up and get on stage, Gary.
I mean, you guys are fucking close. This is good. I like this. Thank you for having me, Melbourne. I'm super excited to wrap up my trip to Australia with you guys this afternoon. Thank you so much for the hospitality.
What's up, internet? It's Paul from the future. So, yeah, I kind of made a bit of a mistake and I messed up just a little bit. I recorded too much content for this episode of the vlog, so I'm currently editing it right now, and I realized that no one wants to really see a 30-minute vlog, so I'm cutting this episode into two vlogs, and you'll get the next part of the vlog in next week's episode, and it's gonna be a good one. So I'm catching up with my speaking mentor, 𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗚. We're gonna be talking about how to get your first speaking gig, how to get paid to speak, how to get more gigs, how to get an agent, heaps of other cool stuff. So tune in next week, and apart from that, let's kill that explosion, and I will see you in next week's episode. Peace! Cheers, boys. Hey. Wait, good day, good conference.
Yeah, great day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tasty.
Oh, that is so nice. Can confirm, do enjoy.